Good morning. Yes, it is me again. I'm still wearing the same t-shirt from before. Hopefully it's not boring because you've seen it before. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. If you've already seen the Your New Normal video, you'll know that it's little sleep night. I woke up at 2 in the morning. Not apple juice. This is coffee. So, having a conversation via text with my brother yesterday about my rehab and how that is going. So I'm going to say this right now. Warning, if there are little people in the room, get them out. This is gonna get a bit not G-rated. Another warning, can I provide you a second trigger warning? So if you're not triggered due to the fact that I'm telling you to get kids out of the room, you might get triggered because, well, there's going to be an extreme amount of sarcasm. So right now, I'm having difficulty with my balance. I'm also having difficulty with grip and pinch strength. So my brother was discussing some alternate therapies, things that I might want to discuss with my clinical team. That being lay off the booze and masturbate more often. Because think about it. Although I'm going to dispute with my brother that grip strength while holding a beer can might be an appropriate form of therapy for my grip strength, and then for pinch strength, opening up the flip top definitely would be an excellent form of rehab. However, that would be a good form of rehab for my hand. However, it would be highly negative for the whole balance thing. I'd probably quickly find the floor. But now, unfortunately, I don't have a dildo. It was suggested to me by my brother that I use Amazon to order such a thing, but I'm going to use my medically provided and issued plasticine, Play-Doh. So we're just going to assume that this is not to scale of any kind, because if this is the case, you may not be hitting bottom, but you're going to bang the shit out of the sides. So just think about it. If you're a man and you're masturbating, right, you're going to have to do some grip strength. Hopefully not like Superman. Now, you might also want to consider that if you happen to have a clitoris handy, there might be some pinching or flicking that might be helpful. Again, just not out of any form of orgasmic or sexual enjoyment, simply as a form of rehab and therapy for your stroke. So, put down the alcohol, definitely will help with the balance. If you are into imbibing or ingesting non-alcoholic things like the cocaine, the heroin, yeah, dude, put that stop. Just stop. Definitely not good. So you might want to consider now, we need to consider masturbation as a form of alternative therapy. You've got a couple problems here. One, you can only do it in socially acceptable contexts, so it's not like you're going to try to rub one out in the middle of the mall. Yeah, not the best place to do that. Unless you're in handcuffs and not in a kind of, yes sir kind of way. So you're going to need to practice safe masturbation. And now we need to consider frequency. Are we looking at friction burns? Like, are you going to need to go and buy 30 pounds of cocoa butter? And then, if you do drastically increase your masturbation nature, your frequency, are you going to need inspiration? Yeah, we're going back to Pornhub. Yep, those of you saw that, yeah, we're going to completely just go back to Pornhub. If you don't know about the original Pornhub reference, you're going to want to go to the PSA that I did about don't put that in your mouth. That'll get you the first Pornhub reference. But definitely we got to go back to Pornhub. Maybe some RedTube, or maybe there's darker places that you want to go. I'm not going to go there. So you may need some inspiration from time to time. Then you're going to have to plan your rehab therapy appointments, your social calendar around your new alternate therapy, right? Because remember, this is good grip strength training. However, you might find you get some besides an orgasmic release, right? Let's be honest here. There's going to be that sense of euphoria, like, woohoo, I just did that, yay! It'll help you get ready for sex after your stroke. That's a video I'm completely avoiding for a while. Enough said. So it might get you ready for that time when you're ready, you feel safe and you're comfortable to have sex. Also, if the doctor said your heart might not be ready enough for sex, you might need to consider not having sex, or go get your little purple pill or blue pill or whatever that pill is. But that being said, I'm going to say this. You know, if you're not ready to masturbate, because you're scared, you think you're going to try to rub one out and it's going to rub you out like a bad Joe Pesci film, yeah, don't. Just don't. So again, if you've been given the medically provided plasticine, it is fairly malleable. It will get pretty hard, but it won't stay hard for long. It does get a bit runny, but so this, a little bit of this might be good for you. I'm not going to say it's not. And then let's get back to the other issue, the clitoris. Now, if you're under 25, you may have seen a clitoris, but you may not really know what to do with one. That's a possibility. If you're still currently stuttering, it's possible your stutter has given your tongue some kind of clitoral superpower. It's possible, right? If you currently have a stutter, I had a very pronounced stutter. It's possible that I had some form of clitoral superpower that I didn't really get the chance to exploit. I guess I could fake it. She'd never know. That being said, if you can find a willing clitoris, again, it's got to be a willing clitoris. There are no Bill Cosby pudding pops allowed for this scenario. So if you're gonna, go down the Bill Cosby pudding pop route, please, no, don't. Not respecting your partner. This has to be consensual, clitoral rehab practice in all forms. There's got to be informed consent. You've got to know exactly what's going on, right? So you're going to want to approach the clitoris that's willing, of course, with a bit of caution. This might be your first time seeing a clitoris after your stroke. You don't want to have a panic attack or performance anxiety, or God forbid you stroke out on a clitoris. So you've got to be ready for sex. So only do this if your medical team has authorized you to get near a clitoris. You can practice pinching a clitoris, but you don't want to pinch too hard, like, you don't want to do that. Like, that's not how you're going to treat your clitoris, okay? You're going to want to, gently just touch the clitoris. You're going to want to maybe flick it a few times, get some repetitive action going with all the fingers. No, you're not going to, try to fist the clitoris. That's not how you treat a clitoris, right? You're going to want to have to just remember the care and cleaning of your clitorises. Okay, clitori? Plural for clitoris? If it isn't, I just made it up. It's on the internet now. It's now a new word, clitori. You're going to want to maintain your clitoris effectively. A little bit of flicky. At that point, you may find what you've been practicing with masturbation is now hard again and is good to go. And if that is the case and you're ready to, go for it. Please don't stroke out on your partner. They don't need that. Totally. The last thing they need is you flopping around on top of them, and it's not because you've got that my legs don't work, I just had an orgasm stupid face. It's because you're having a stroke on top of them. Please, orgasm responsibly. So, in closing, I realize this is completely in jest, and it's because I've had maybe 2 hours sleep. I've been up since 2 in the morning, and my brother and I were having a conversation via text, and he said, hey, you've really got to do a video about this once you're done. Sorry, buddy. I wasn't about to use Amazon to order some training aids. You may have screwed up your Amazon algorithm by getting me the links. I'm not screwing up mine by ordering them. So if you happen to notice that you've been enjoying what you've been watching, great. Like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, share with the world. If you haven't been liking what you've been watching, why the hell are you still here? We're 9 minutes and 36 seconds into a video, and you are still watching, so you are enjoying this. So nut up! Nut up and subscribe, right? Because remember, we've just discussed clitoricism masturbation after your stroke. And for those of you that might happen to see the signs or symptoms of a stroke, either you or in somebody else, pronounced facial droop, inability to raise both arms, inability to smile properly, stuttering, slurring of speech, inappropriate word usage for situation or context, inability to stand, weakness on one side or general body weakness, please immediately place that person in a position of comfort. No, not this kind of comfort. You know what I mean. Comfort, not comfort. And then call 911. Something so simple could save a life.